I've been creating content for more than 4 years now on this channel, and I buy various types of gears to review and use. But some of them I actually love them for a period of time, and recently I've realized I've stopped using them almost totally. And one of them is the DJI Pocket 2. But why? Before I begin, the purpose of this video is actually to talk about how content creation has actually changed for me. It's not to discredit all the reviews which I've done in the past. If my previous videos mentioned that they were good, they were good. Now the first is this Zhiyun Weebill S. I bought this 2 years ago in hopes of using my mirrorless cameras to get more stable shots. It is a great gimbal for its size and price, but I actually do not use it that often. I actually brought down 2 key reasons why I think I've stopped using gimbal. Number 1 is that it actually takes too long to set up. Now what you see here is actually the body itself. It actually comes with a few other troublesome parts. I actually kept it in this little casing. I think this casing is called the Amazon Basics accessory kit. And inside here, you could see there are so many moving parts of this gimbal. Here you have the focus motors, the wires, the cables, more cables, the base plate, the plate on top of the base plate, the tripod base, screws and such. Right down here itself, you can see there are actually more than 10 moving parts. And actually setting this whole thing up takes quite a lot of time. Number 2 is going to be quite obvious. It's actually quite big and chunky to carry around. Once you have it whole thing set up, it actually weighs up to 2 pounds or about 950 grams. So unless you're paid to shoot events such as wedding or road shows, carrying this might not be completely necessary. The time taken to set this thing up and its chunkiness is actually a huge deterrent factor for me wanting to bring this around. Number 2 are actually large tripods. Now as you guys know, I own this Zhiyun T024 and this Vanguard Export CX204AP T1000. Just kidding, there's actually no T1000 in this model. The length of these two is a huge hindrance. Now if you can put it side by side, the tripod at the top measures 40 cm while the one at the bottom measures 50 cm, which is much longer than the ones that I have, such as this. Look at the size difference. Now if you guys know, one of my favorite backpacks is actually my Peak Design 20 liters. Having to fit one of these long big tripods occupies the full height of this bag. As you can see, it actually fits in this whole place, so half of the bag is already full. I only have the other half to be able to put my gears in. While having this, it's actually so small and only occupies about less than a quarter of my bag itself. But you might be thinking, couldn't I just put the tripod outside the bag? Now if you own backpacks and actually put tripods out of it, you know the difficulty I'm facing. Because every time you put it at the side, you might actually knock into objects or people. And not to mention, making the bag a little bit lopsided. So replacing the long tripod with something as small as this little thing makes complete sense. Going back to these 2 big tripods, do I actually not use them completely? No, actually for my food photography paid shoots, I still use them quite often. But when I'm out and about, those lighter tripods is more useful. The last but certainly most surprising one that I stopped using is actually my DJI Pocket 2. Even I'm surprised. Wow, I actually did a lot of videos on this. But I brought down 3 key reasons for this interesting phenomenon. Number 1 is that it's actually quite fragile. If you guys have seen one of my past videos, I actually dropped a DJI Osmos Pocket 1 and it did not end well.
Oh my god, if you guys just saw, I just landed the screen and yes, the screen has just cracked.
And well, the material on this is not much of a difference. I can't tell you how many missed calls that I have fearing to drop this, because having to repair one of these costs hundreds of dollars. Knowing a rough knock or a bump could actually damage the gimbal itself makes me want to use this much lesser. Number 2, it's its small screen. As you can see, the screen is so small, it's actually the size of my thumb. I'm so used to having bigger screens on my a6400 or Sony ZV-1 to be able to frame my shots carefully and nicely. Seeing through this screen is not very promising, and sometimes I miss out details once I bring it out to my computer for editing. But to be fair, if you are just using the Pocket 2 to shoot behind the scenes footage or just vlogging, this is actually more than sufficient. Needless to say, making YouTube videos, you do need to make thumbnails, and having a screen this small is not very promising to make nice thumbnails. So these are the 3 things which I actually stopped using. What do you guys think? If you guys enjoy videos such as this, do remember to check out my playlist over here, which I cover other gear reviews. See you guys in the next one.